False fans, football is back on again. I will say Premier League as yes as na other nations as a countries, football no be as Spain, Germany, any nations like Kahono, and our countries like Kahono. I will be a league a year 2025, 2026. As here. And the Abasa so there is a GNBK Media Sports and I butu said the abribiana yenemo a yeno. Yasane Abba 2025-2026 season yɛne mu nyinaa yɛbɛdi agorɔ na kɔpem sɛ season no ɛbɛsa akɔ awieɛ na ɛyɛ England ha no ɛyɛ season no astate ɛbɛsɛ English Premier League no ahyɛ aseɛ dendendenden ɛnɛ anaasɛ ɛfa sɛ ɛnɛ ɛna ɛnya 1 week 1 day ɛfa sɛ Premier League no ɛhyɛ aseɛ no it started last week Friday ɛyɛ the champions, the defending champions ɛyɛ Liverpool ɔmo na kickstart yɛ na yɛbɛdi nkɔmmɔ sɛnea ɔmo a wɔdi kan abɔ bi no yɛfa sɛ match week 1 no games a akɔ soɔ yɛbɛdi kan adi ɛno nkɔmmɔ na yɛde week 2 no so games a ɛkɔɔ so ɛyɛ nnora ɛne nnɛ ɛnso so mosomfoɔ DJG Nice mede abrɛ mo na metom nsa frɛ me nua a mene ne yɛ dwumadie no so ɛwɔ Ghana ɛyɛ Clinton Owusu Bempah sɛdeɛ mo nyinaa mu nim no sɛ wabɛn wɔ sports mu yie no ɔno so bɛba na yɛn nyinaa yɛaka yɛadwena bom ne yɛatwetwe nkɔmmɔ na matoto no ano na nsɛm bi wɔ hɔnom a wo so wonte ase a na wo so woahunu ni a ɛkɔ transfers bi a akɔkɔ soɔ die nti na ma saa transfers no kɔɔ so these players na a yɛsane wɔ mu no are they so good for these teams what are they going to add? What addition have they got to add into this their new clubs are joining them? We'll be discussing all this. Now, share baby a season, ebeko. Omo baby a omo pick omo last season this year, omo timi I pick it from there. And almost so still no, it seems say the struggler na omo woman no, as still no omo free mu. Enti ne beto twen saa enkomo ni nyina abusuafo. Enti baby a obia no mesre wa sa o hwe me a mema good evening from UK. Na oba so a se de ya amamre no na wa share link no e de ama odofo bi no so ensa aka bi. Follow your channels your social media handles no so your Facebook and YouTube. Sebe abribia no yetenasia ubenya your programs so ebi na so watimi aden. Abeka ho na so wache wadwene ama odofo bi so ehunu so otiri popo. Nti mesere wa o like and I say o follow so a no turning of notification button on. Sebe abribia no yetenasia ubenya notification na so watimi join me. Na ye nyina ya twetwe nkomo na aye kama. Nti abusua Premier League ahyase all the football fans no menim say bebre asore saa so na ye ne Clinton so di nkomo a ye bebusa efie so said the Ghana Premier League so ho ensem eko anase Ghana sports ankasa so no ensesan bi a abemu anase sai bi abemu a eno so no ye behwe say owura Clinton so Bempah our special journalist obetimi e the information no amayana ono aso no ye mene betwetwe nkomo ne ahwe say Spanish game no so no Barcelona and Real Madrid almost so no e na ekoso ho se de America no enye Premier League nko na kick started other nations no be as a countries in be almost a kick started like Spain Germany and the rest and abusua baby a wo bia no kame ho na ene enyimre ye ntwetwe enkomo na edi kan no medemo ebe share ase afri week 1 no March week 1 na etwa mu no yebedidi ho enkomo na yahwe games a ɛkɔɔ so say na performance ɛteɛ teams ni bi performance ɛte say ekoyie anase enkoyie ai ebinom also so at the end of last season 2024-2025 season no ebinom ɛbobɔ some event bi anase cups bi a and as a competition be out some when caps such as a na be really free say wow this team is the beginning of the 2025-2026 season AB on bit me aha dwene AB motiva come maybe SCN but a bit to say NBA ken kwa premiership no say the nyina no a different league altogether and it doesn't matter your pre-season matches and I say to our call ya na say bia competition as a tournament or boy any trophies I would when it comes to Premier League, the Premier League can expose you. And the ever says expose no ebe baso ama teams ni biana as a clubs ni biana. anaasɛ ebi asese no ɔmatumi ayɛ ɔmo homeworks ama biribia ɛtumi adan asisi ano sɛ ɛbɛyɛ bɛ a ɛbɛyɛ ma competition no emu ayɛ de yie firi sɛ Liverpool ɛna ɛsɛ no trophy no ekura wɔn who is ready to take it out of their hands ɛyɛ Chelsea Guardiola's new boys anaasɛ ɛyɛ Thomas Frank Tottenham Hotspur yɛbɛhwɛ ne nyinaa yɛbɛtwetwe nkɔmmɔ sɛ nso Unai Emery nso so Villa so ɛna ɛbɛba anaasɛ Eddie Howe so Newcastle so no bɛtumi abɛgye free Liverpool nsɛm a yɛbɛhwɛ sɛ nso no Liverpool is going to reign like how Pep Guardiola ɛde Man City reign here for the past 4 or 5 years nso so a yɛne nyinaa no yɛbɛhwehwɛ mu abusua nti baabi a wo biara no mesrɛ wa sɛ don't go anywhere baabi a wo biara no stay tuned and then we'll be right back again nti no mesrɛ mo na ɛba a na woyɛ dɛn o share link no na ɔdɔfo bi so yɛ dɛn ɛnsa ɛka bi na sɛ bɛyɛ nyina bɛtumi ayɛ program no ama na yɛ fɛfɛɛfɛ just a minute and I'll be back. Adofo metwa me ho asan aba sɛ me kan no yɛde ɛba abɛhyehyɛ so agorɔ na ɛna yɛahyɛ aseɛ no so energy sports ho deɛ this is the place to be at the moment and you know baby I will be on stay tuned na sɛ me kan no yɛbɛhyɛ aseɛ ɛyɛ Premier League 2025-2026 season no a start ya no yɛabɔ first matches ebi so abɔ 2 matches you know yɛbɛhwɛ so far amanfoɔ performance ɛne league table no baby a ebinom yɛ den ɛda nti abusua ansa yɛbɛkɔ no maame de ka ɛmfa breaking news yi ɛma wo na memfa nto anim sɛ woyɛ obi a woyɛ Eberechi Eze fan a sese no Eberechi deɛ aba anasɛ breaking news a aba ne sɛ Eberechi wɔ free ɛyɛ Crystal Palace ɔba bɛyɛ Mikel Arteta ɛdia nti baabi a ɔwɔ biara no ɛhyɛ ne nso ohunu Eze a nurse on say no onye Crystal Palace player bio name the Gunners edia I just said na no Arsenal match on boy no o introduce Eberechi Eze ewo Emirates Stadium I just say Abrante no osi park so ne ni agiye pa se oba be join Arsenal na yebedi nkomo se America no many Clinton so Bempah hia yebetwetwe nkomo na mebusebusa ne nsem bi. Say what is so special about Eze, and I said what addition is Eze going to add to Arsenal, Mikel Arteta's Arsenal? Is he the one that Arsenal has been missing? If he said this time, no say Eze ako join Arsenal. Debbie I said the Arsenal and sa ako sukuru and who know my sign. Is it Eze who is going to help Arsenal to win Premier League this time? We will talk about all this. Entiabusia, stay tuned. Na yenko dwumadi no eso said American breaking Eze wa joining Arsenal wa free Crystal Palace aba be joining Arsenal Arsenal and enumere a chese Arsenal for adanedi womane Leeds United game omoborn and enumere. Beatrice Wood, thank you so much for tuning in, Beatrice. Please do share the link for me wherever you are watching me from. Enti ebusia baby a obi ano yahye GNBK Media Sports no asea no say America no edi kan no match a edi kan so the defending champions 2024-2025 Premier League champions Liverpool omna a kickstart 2026-2025 season no a che say omne Bournemouth e share so a na game no emu edine pa na abrantie Ghana ni abrantie Semenyo boy no edi agoro papa ewo mo sa game we mu then so no no Liverpool modi timi share Bournemouth eka 9 ema Bournemouth etimu mienu no Semenyo abrantie Semenyo Ghana ni abrantie Semenyo and share sa 2 goals no nyina na during that game no incident bi so a che say so some controversies bi eno so ne nyina no yebetwetwe ho enkomo abusua enti game no eba awie no na say Liverpool the defending champions o ma share Bournemouth eka mienu na saa abranteɛ a wohunu yi Iketike a kyerɛ sɛ Liverpool sign no nansa yi ara no ɔno yɛ aberanteɛ a ɔno nso ɔtoo atena de maa Liverpool na aberanteɛ yi a ɔno nso wohunu yi no Chisa ɔno nso so no ɛtumi too atena de maa Liverpool nti no these guys no ɛka ho na Liverpool tumi hyɛ Bournemouth ɛka mmienu nanso Bournemouth deɛ Antoine Semenyo ɛna ɛtumi hyɛ saa 2 goals no nyinaa de maa Bournemouth. Na n'agorɔ a odi wɔ saa game no ama Ghanafoɔ bebree ahyɛ ase question sɛ if sɛ saa na Semenyo game pick it up there, that means Blasters, Ghana Blasters, and there will be a good news in the nearby future whereby say Basiako international duties are the way aberante the ball was here pejano. Sɛ saa na ɔde bɛkɔ Blaster there, that means say be a Ghana Blaster World Cup na so yɛbɛtumi akɔ anim. Eti no saa one game a Bournemouth edi kan ball opening game lose yɛ nanso so no Semenyo performance no akakye Ghanafoɔ bebree a kyerɛ sɛ sesei no bebree ani agye sɛ saa performance no continue there when it comes to international duty it will be brutal, it will be fantastic for the Ghana Blasters. Is it going to happen? We will look into that. Solomon Echampon, thank you so much, Solo, for joining me on Facebook. Please do share the link when you join. Ebusua, enti senior America no Liverpool omne kickstart year 2025-2026 Premier League season no omne Bournemouth na edisi ani na so Bournemouth de ye bia no entimi anhyɛ Liverpool na Liverpool hyɛ omo eka mienu ɛnan ma Bournemouth team emienu na saa week 1 na mu no games a course so aside Liverpool game on the Friday no the Saturday games are a course so Aston Villa and Newcastle and the share so Brighton and so Fulham so at the CNN Sunderland the new promoted into Premier League almost only West Ham a kind of say former Kudus team no omo the share so kyerɛ sɛ ɛno nso no saa results no nyinaa ɛbɛba na Frank Thomas anaasɛ Thomas Frank also the team Tottenham Hotspur the new promoted team Vincent Company do mo ba some season be atwa mu side do mo call back to you kind of say relegation no assign ababio na ne Spurs and the CNE yɛbɛhwɛ sɛ the saa game no ɛkɔɔyɛ na Wolves so deɛ ne Guardiola City and the share so na almost the share so no baby a ɛkɔduruyɛ no yɛde ɛno so ɛho results no nyinaa ɛbɛbrɛ mu nti baby a wobia no abusua mesrɛ sɛ stay tuned. Boama Emmanuel Boama, I'm watching you live from South Africa. Thank you so much, Boama. My greetings to all the South GNBK Media Sports fans of more South Africa, Ninara. Latte Daniel, I've seen you watching me. Latte, do share the link for me. Thank you so much, brothers, for tuning in. Boahen George, Reverend Dr. Boahen George Boahen, Reverend, thank you for tuning in. God bless you so much, Reverend. God bless you too. God bless you too. God bless you too. Abusia enti Premier League no sese no ahya sese na mekan no eni ntino GNBK Media has so no enso habaye butu dia ebekoso bia no abusia ye de bebre mo na yahwetwe ho enkomo sese na mekan no Liverpool omo kickstart omo 2025-2026 Premiership season no omo ne Bournemouth in the share said the results no was screen so no omo eche Bournemouth eche omo ka pole and 9 nenso so na branch Semenyo ye said no prem omo mfa saa nkugu ni nyina enkoda enu nti no obomoden ase onso bete academy mienu ede ama ne club Bournemouth nti na agro no ba wi ne se Bournemouth etimi ahye eka mienu against Liverpool kese omo eka 9 na Liverpool show no matimi atemu mienu abusua na South America no sa week 1 no teams a boy ne Saturday no na medical ball so kire ono bi say Aston Villa and Newcastle and Newcastle and Aston Villa omo de share so na game no emu den pa Unai Emery nyina you the way last season Unai na odi agro even in a Champions League as well performance bi a Villa na omo edit to honom no na very very good. Na na yɛhwɛ sɛ this season no say no makɔ mimi nneɛma mu bi na because by the end of the season last season no na ɛm sɛ nneɛma mu elusu kakra. Enti na yɛhwɛ sɛ bi a Villa omo timi akɔyɛ homework bɛ mimi nneɛma bi mu yie na nanso so no we are yet to find out because sɛ America no majority of the clubs no abɔ 1-1 matches and nti no yɛhwɛ as the season progress no nti no Villa ɔmo ne Newcastle ɛde hyehyɛ so no ɔmo twe ne tan ɛma Newcastle ɛne ɔmo ɛko etipɛnko obi antimi anhyɛ ne yɔnko na Brighton so ɛne Fulham ɛso ɛde sisi ani last week Saturday no ɔmo so ɛde hyehyɛ so no Brighton ɛbɔ ɔmɔden ɛne Fulham ɔmo so ɔmo ko etipɛnko kyerɛ sɛ Fulham toa ɔmo ɛma ɔmo nyinaa ɔmo kɔkyɛɛ points no ɛwɔ ɛhɔnom. Now Sunderland nso so ɔmo so no the new promoted team ɔmo so ɔmo asa aba Premier League ɔmo aba bi pɛn na ɔmo kɔɛ no nkɔhyɛ mu na kyɛ ɔmo akɔwe so a sisi no ɔmo tumi ayɛ kakrakra ɔmo asa aba na ɔmo baeɛ no ɔmo ne Kudus former club West Ham na ɛde si ani na ɔmo de si ani no ɔmo ɛbɔ ɔmɔden kikiri sɛ agorɔ no bɛɛ wie no na West Ham ɔmo ɛde ka mmiɛnsa eti no ɔmo de kɛntɛn ɛna gye saa goals no ɛde ba back to London abusua the new promoted team Sunderland no ɔmo kye West Ham ɛhyɛ ɔmo ɛka mmiɛnsa na Tottenham deɛ ɔmo ahyia Burnley na ɔmo ne Burnley de hyɛ so no ɔmo ne Burnley ɛtwe ne tan na ɛso so no ɔmo bɔ mmɔden a deɛ Burnley yɛ bia no Tottenham ɛkye ɔmo ɛhyɛ ɔmo ɛka mmiɛnsa a saa goal no mu baako na classic by Richarlison I say compete one of the best goals in the Premier League for this season, you know. And you know, baby and also washibi never voting na otimi then avote sa ebreno. Na ebusia Man City, Guardiola's Man City. You know, say last season 2024-2025 almost struggle ye pa na enema nko ye na neme mo ten pa. Bebre kura na ifri say Guardiola 2025-2026 season no ento no na so Pep waka no awiata so say obe make sure say City bi gyina na so ansa na even so bepe bi akwafa kura na wapebe bi afa ti say de yengen club Liverpool no eti no season no ya sha ase omne Wolves na de ehyehyɛ so na hwe the way ya Erling Haaland and the boys no omoni agina otum say agro no ekoyi ema omo kyekyere so a Wolves opening game no akye say omo eto a Wolves ewo omo aso kyekyere ma omo eka enan a Wolves entimi anti emu ebie abusua na ne Sunday no Super Sunday and so games so Chelsea and Crystal Palace and Nottingham Forest almost and Brentford na Man United and Arsenal so edisi share so na abusua no so no agrono emu then the Chelsea and Crystal Palace Utimi say that time na Eze Crystal Palace na ohwe mfunyi na utimi say oma David James the captain oma had tough time pa actually sa game no kra Eze share classic free kick bia bibi kakra bi nti na eba ho na eno nti no foul na disallow sa goal no na utimi say abrante no oyobi a ne ball chese na ekosuri oma Chelsea tough time actually Chelsea were even lucky say omo Owusu was Stamford Bridge na say the American not game no more den na emu den until say Chelsea changes ma omo new signing which say the lab the ebemu not to say my Chelsea creativity be ebemu kakra because when it comes to duels not Chelsea struggle kakra against Crystal Palace and it looks like Crystal Palace has become a kind of a stubborn team for Chelsea. Whenever Chelsea meet Crystal Palace, it seems that these days they struggle to beat them. Now, Ebusia, Nottingham Forest so almost share so that is almost first game. Agrono echo ye ma womo nenso no eno na chiri no ensem bi ekoso ye no so no me Clinton me busa no ho nsem kakra said ono so no na adwene esi efa ho a chese Nottingham Forest ne owner and the manager just when you be a woman terminal started last season coming to the end of the season but if you say be a nema are sorted out and so still yesterday what you say a nema enko ye at say no obi name the future of Nino Esperanto say obeto so anase bia ye mo ye ni ente ana ye nam ade enche no na ebia Nino afiri Nottingham Forest because ensem bia ode abegu abonto na beto dwa no ama akofa controversies bebre e de aba Nottingham Forest club no ma say utimi say yes a house divided among itself shall not stand. Let's see where things will go. Abusua na sɛ America no Man United almost tena hɔ ma Arsenal ɛto mo almost na the Red Devils almost so no yɛn nyinaa nim sɛ last season and almost signing new manager Ruben Amorim a kyerɛ sɛ no ɔno so wakeka nneɛma asi ani apaakyepaakyɛ nneɛma this season yɛn nyinaa nim sɛ ɔbɛ starting no with a different atmosphere nanso so no Arsenal ɛtoa no ɛwɔ Manchester no ɔmo de hyehyɛ so nyame sɛ yɛnka United edi agorɔ yie paa nanso so no Mikel Arteta boys no yɛn nyinaa yɛnim sɛ mbɛka yɛ Arsenal is one of the clubs that ɔmo UK had when it comes to defense ɔmo defense yɛ good papa. Last season, Omni Man City, they played nearly about 80 or 75 minutes against Man City with 10 men. As I said, Man City die minute na nyame ye omadu mutimi enya go a share Arsenal, which was a very painful defeat for Arsenal in that game. Now, so this time no omotoa United Manchester so na sa agrono no say Man United etena ho Arsenal ebekyekire eso mo ka baako a kyese omo je 3 points nyina de bae abusua mewo Clinton line so etimefa Clinton amna na wuram na ebra yetwetwe enkomo no na me the update no so ebefa mu saa na ye yin 1-1 na ye de amamo free so we Ghana de line no etomu saa ya na wanye ntemu a na adibi ayo enti mo ma memfrɛ emfa owura Clinton na ono so omra na omemamo akwaba anase ono so ene ne fans ne supporters emetwetwe nkomo na afi yeto adwuma so Clinton also Bempah director na apom ti say
my boss I'm not doing very fine boss
boss ndo na your boss because dwuma di ni nyina egu nsem enye is I don't know dwani masa ene me the boss na ma Onuya, baby, I'll free boko, if you boko, baby, I go. Enya is ever fat. Director, now, oh dear, the floor is yours. Aye, when it will fan base.
It's been long. Say pre-season has started and then Kumoji be because of debating Kumo each and every weekend. If you ever born Kumoji, you ever cat sports or as a debating Kumo about football. To be or like this, so share link. We be every man join link. We are professional. We are bringing to him and now here the best out of the best. Great content when they will stay tuned. Now only from everything that we have. It was posted about weekend, last weekend, and this week games in the question now. After I say the bro.
Abusiafo say Mote Owura Clinton also Bempah na no asem was say dear koso bia no yatena se ye de bremo na to say wakyekire ade no na obegya ni nyina egu ho amam ene anwumre yi eti no minim say wow follow it there you know how good Clinton is when it comes to his football factor abusua eti no dwadi no yahye ase no na sere America no mame emtoa intro no so of course aka akra bi na me de ehon abawie na afie no yene Clinton ewuram adidi enkomo kakra abusua eno ti sere America Man United etena ho ema Arsenal ebekyekire so omo eka baako agye 3 points nyina de ekoye na eno no echi no team bi say Leeds a cheso mo so no afi na ya promote mo edo mo aba Premier League ni mo almost Everton and David Moyes or toa omo eno mo de kwehye so nenso so no Leeds ebo modena etimi ene David Moyes nkrofo de siani Everton de siani a chese omo etimi share Everton ma no eyeye abusua etino aha na mede eno no de no ebesi na yenko week 2 no so yenko week 2 no na week 2 no so no aye enora na xa games yi so ekoso Chelsea ai omo di agro na eno echiri no other teams so ye den edi agro team bi to say ene dua Man City ene Tottenham e de hyehyɛ so Bournemouth so ene Wolves e de hyehyɛ so Brentford enso ne Aston Villa e de hyehyɛ so Burnley almost any Sunderland, the two promoted teams na omaba no almost any CNE. Na enwumere ye Arsenal omone Leeds, you can't Leeds Spanish a Ghana ni bia kai Anthony Yeboah. Almost any Arsenal e de hyehyɛ so na abusua ye de sa results nyina no ebebrem. Na send American Chelsea ene West Ham omo e de hyehyɛ so Friday no na the 5-star Chelsea Enzo Moresca boys they demolish West Ham 5 goals such as a West Ham a team baako na yebedi eho enkomo kakra saa new signing at Chelsea or boys say na say no performance isi hu no first game na second game so no ya hwɛ say the performance no isi ekoye free say team no new addition about become obi say Estavao any Delab any Pedro omu nyina aba be good team ni mu ati say no ye hwɛ say Chelsea say na enema dey ebisi akọ amomo this season na say the American Spurs almost any Man City e dey share so as almost to Man City aso ye na Guardiola amanfo na yenim say enema pick it up na so no it seems say almost almost finding it difficult these days when it comes to games against Spurs because last season you kind of saying Tottenham manager oja kwan Ange Postecoglou wanya de kura no utimi share City say home and away na and as I say no Thomas Frank so ababe so mu ono so etimi akọ City Etihad akwakotwa Man City kamienu ewo ho no match Guardiola nkura no ehunu ano nkura na sira meka no Chelsea so echi West Ham West Ham 5-1 na onia agora akoso week 1 and week 2 no enie enti no moma nye Clinton yenwura game ni mu na afi yempese games a akoso so far no na ebusua ososo wo comment bi a na so comment section ho no so wa ma yate wonka Clinton director enti say no the ball is in your court now. Premiership is back again and it's back with a bang. Man City omo edika bomo first goal and that's omo first game. Defending champions Liverpool omo the kickstart here omo so no enema ekoyi ema womo. Na man can say Liverpool Andy Slot boys omo first game omo boy sign na omo game no ever. Does this looks like these guys are there to defend the trophy again? And now free say this season, with the changes and additions at clubs, maybe very difficult time at Liverpool. How did you see their first game? I know that the week, I mean the season is far to the from now, and yentimi and can be but games are already can about so far. Say na who knows our game never.
Well, Liverpool, the coach and the slots and last season of one Liverpool winning English Premier League, coming in as a defending champions, most teams are also air signings, most teams are also preparing, a Liverpool na your target. Liverpool no because of money previous champion. Now Liverpool in the key additions, we see a couple of players, the Trent Alexander-Arnold, they pretty minimum he lost Diogo Jota because of the unfortunate incident that I see him at Diogo Jota. The free mono down in United and so for Saudi Arabia. And these three players are more if Liverpool 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 scene. two players on perform more in the free. I am Sabi Alonso, say, German Bundesliga in my last 2 seasons. On the call on beating, and see boy friend Jeremy from Abba, never be the space. Boy, I a friend of Trent Alexander or the Joe of Liverpool. Now, are they Milos Kekes from Bournemouth, Obekaya last season, open one of the outstanding left backs in the Premier League in now in Milos Kekes film. He was blended and in cinema Liverpool, the Kofano Edna Baye. Florent Diaz has been very instrumental at the Martin and Liverpool. Anytime they are going to German national team, how influential Florent Diaz and so it's me and also it's me joining Liverpool and now Hugo Ikitiki or Marco Fano from Frankfurt and so it's me Edna Ba. Now, Liverpool, these new players will bring on board because they still have Mo Salah or making a debut at the Liverpool. Each and every season, the British over 20 goals and the Liverpool. And the first game also about Liverpool in the of the boy now. Mo Salah Esa announced on the presence X-ray we are seeing as on one day the Egyptian king and he's back and he's really back for good. Liverpool ball and O'Shea game on the Bem of boy now. Bem of also actually Liverpool say season it's not going to be an easy season for Liverpool because from the 2 goals down, Bem of Brittany by giving a Babel for you. And Sana Liverpool, every changes Federico Chiesa. We go to a time and now Liverpool, Liverpool for some tone at the Atlanta. Atlanta was only waiting. That's on the super tone at the Mula Lukman. Then now come out with Federico Chiesa at the start you now. It's not Federico Chiesa now. And that time, only a day Liverpool. And slot the 2 in the area in the big one, Federico Chiesa, and then you put on more than the buy. We make a difference, every game no call 3-2. And Mo Salah ain't a good game. So if you're match, Mo Salah ain't a good game. Mo Salah was silent all game moment of boy, but a big player is a big player. A woman and a big player, a big player. And no any idea Mo Salah how the four the count of Liverpool on which we win here. This season is not going to be an easy season for all the teams in the Premier League because of the signings are most teams are in the Premier League. Maybe are not void in that. And in addition, almost adding a whole lot of players as their account on the team. Liverpool IB, and they are still waiting for the back of Alexander Isak. As I didn't have a cash father on so Liverpool played well. Liverpool making sure say stay intact, making sure say the low blocks are not being multiple and no more fabric at the some be experience and character every win the game. And only at the can slot it win against Bournemouth first game or English Premier League boss.
Yo, now senior all kind of definitely teams need be changes. But I said football is full of uncertainties. It may work for others, it may not work for other clubs. But we are yet to see all that. Now, sir, game, how did you see Bournemouth performance against Liverpool?
I was surprised. Liverpool be fan easy because the number of players are at home the likes of the Hoyson, Milos Kekes. These were their best players. Starting lineup constantly they were playing and find the floor. So I wasn't expecting them to be fully up that fight, fully out that charisma. And they saw character Liverpool boy, and I wasn't expecting that. But Liverpool were praying for the game. Of the game on now. The Chelsea last season wasn't a fluke. This season they will really do well. And see Antoine Semenyo scoring that splendid 2 goals. Okay, the runner for the first goal, Howe speaking ball from 1.5. A drive ball and the call Liverpool half. And Liverpool has problems with their defense. Obia only Liverpool Owusu attack Mobiano. Which means say a chance so we need something best because Virgil van Dijk can get one player or Premier League in the moment is one of the greatest players, greatest defenders of Premier League in the moment. But for me, I'm going to say there are a whole lot of problems about Virgil van Dijk. So we play another go pushing one the maximum SL bit with the ball and fan on a very, very high. And talking about the defensive problems at the two one. Which we can say Ibrahim Konate is program. Ibrahim Konate one player or no or the level, but anytime they are on a good speed, now on so every so that defensive error no way and the map boy friend and twice not pick up on the buy. Will be key sure say on my own and get in touch with the ball and or hit the ball at the twatting at the MR Bempah. Bempah really played well, but Liverpool had the character experience in making sure say will be really good.
Right. So you mentioned about Liverpool's defense. That's also something that a lot of people are talking about. Before the season started, you share game moment Crystal Palace a boy. And I think say honestly, I admit say it seems that Omakasa no almost conceive more goals. But in this Premier League, if you have such a defense and I say a club, would me conceive more goals, that means any team be no be share I said the all can or pin up or bit me aha waging. And so do you think that right we've got about one season of the window for the window to end? Do you think that Liverpool still needs some signing when it talks about the back? Because the Nemo there said the all can all the additions you have whereby say even Salah cried the wall. But still not they are conceiving goals at the back there. Do you think they still have to make one or two signings for the back before the end of the windows?
Well, see, I can say, you need a top class, a world class defender, and also a back. And a world class defender also a back. You see, because once you confront just a normal defender, Eberechi video can die can also be very much. You forget about errors. You forget about how impact our money. But these players are world class players. They have achieved everything, anything with Liverpool. It is all player you need the player or these players. And you see why they were discussing about whoever Magay of Crystal Palace, and me assure some Comodina and Quampusavier. Though transfer we don't inquiry, it will leak in the house. But if Magay can join Liverpool, then can I prefer any slots between our partner Magay and Virgil van Dijk because Ibrahim anytime people are going to be shaky, and this is not the first game when we say error prone, errors no one will be free, errors no one. Liverpool is happening here. I'm not sure say Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Man City will be selling out or more best defenders than Liverpool. And if they are going to the market to search for a new defensive player, I'm sure say they will need a player or quick solution. Almost uncle play be trapping chance the brain of and the next video by the ball and get these errors. So if they are going out to the market normal of a player but then they need a world class defender. Magay every day or board the English national team is on top for one captain in the Crystal Palace. So these players, some players who company but they are then certainly with my ball ground first, with my ball ground starting on up. Then I gave to the ball and making sure say Liverpool show Barbie compact. But Liverpool playing Milos Kekes boyfriend Jeremy Frimpong. Jeremy Frimpong is one player on attacking wise. To make sure debut of the profile is similar to Alexander Isak. It's your Boko and for each other. So any player or no air faster with my running back or cover the space at Jeremy Frimpong over there, then you struggle in the English Premier League. Bam of any quick attackers, almost any attackers, almost positive traits. Almost any attackers are or more make it different, or more in the blinking of an eye, no better make it difference now. And these were the players are or more in making sure they give them a better than Jamal Liverpool. So imagine as a walk push here, Ellen Brown, Holland, Benjamin Sesko has joined Manchester United, who go to pick him, Alexander Isak could join Liverpool also. And it's quite unfortunate say Liverpool if you no man can push Alexander Isak will come to Liverpool, but what's not Newcastle and these defenders no issue or man, so it will be very difficult for them to play against them. These kind of strikers are almost trained, almost fast, they know how to shoot. And see, it's a Liverpool become market here. I would prefer some from Monkofman. No more what they should sign a world class defender. I'll be wrong with something like that.
Right, they should sign a world class player with Babe Juana Amaomo. Then you mentioned about Alexander Isak. Do you think that he's one of the player waiting to solve some problems? Yeah, okay, be a Liverpool.
Liverpool any goal scoring problem because constantly Mo Salah actually it's been over 7 years, 20 goals, over 20 goals season they are Liverpool in Mo Salah. Liverpool need the player of complementing the effort of Mo Salah and not any idea of Munia. Who will one player when you're world class, who will pick just one season? Pay any damage for and identity and Liverpool about it won't rely on who will pick his own complementing the effort of Mo Salah. Now Mo Salah, I want the never. So you need a player in the absence of Mohamed Salah. Obey you, my moment. No, any Alexander Isak. Alexander Isak can prove from Real Sociedad, La Liga, and the bar, Newcastle, in the Swedish national team of Eritrea, and I say, okay, upcoming strikers are meeting me about the take over from the Hurricanes, from the Robert Lewandowski, from the Benzema, one Alexander Isak, a part of them. In the Liverpool, not Alexander Isak, if said your kinds of football is full of uncertainties. Maybe a man be seen as Alexander Isak ever with his full potential. I think say we can complement the effort. We can 20 goals, over 20 goals for Liverpool. Imagine, let's say put attackers. Now boyfriend Alexander Isak about which mama over 20 goals out. It definitely will win the Premier League because the only these goals from two players are. It's me, say each and every season. These players can give you over 50 goals, over 45 goals. It's another one. I'm want to stay competitive in the league. So Alexander Isak joining Liverpool, and so or big or more defensive problem, and so big anything. But the bit my bomb and it's about complementing the effort of Mo Salah and making sure say stay competitive. That's my Liverpool team.
Now, and this deal, no, free say a idea bit me happy because it seems a Newcastle so we are tasked to say, yeah, the Mama Isak, I call Liverpool. Now, Isak also should be say, there's been as a broken promise be or one ma, just say Newcastle forces so any so. And Jamaica say a brandy and ultimately say, well, see now, you say, Abia or more. And that's all you need more Newcastle. Nekobasa player like that, you know. So you the Howe. Will you still keep such a player?
I'm not sure that Newcastle would love to keep Alexander Isak because one team a relationship. I say going to his Instagram now. I hope we see and you may go actually Newcastle team. They said they made a promise to him now as soon so they should let him go. And we're making it clear and they actually Newcastle team from Montano and Manifan for Liverpool. In a recent interview, coach Friendly Howe, and so stating practically say yes, Alexander Isak can catch him sitting on Mobium and Liverpool if pushy for the signing of him. I'm sure say season transfer with the new career now Alexander Isak signing them at Liverpool because one needs team any relationship with him and who knows if they are now would the fans chant his name would the fans block him second now again the best there could be certain things are a bit changing if they are now Newcastle for someone the chance and someone be rating there are a whole lot of questions maybe say well what Liverpool due to Liverpool because for a player so about outboard you know about because a monton it's maybe actually say team no any do in say all manata no manata say all manata if you are games one fa and fama any ejia fa so the only thing was in Newcastle here and some better one Alexander Isak come the free team because I fall short with one Liverpool and with one Newcastle fans no with one Newcastle team no anything every relationship or war with Newcastle needs to see I break it down and they need to save.
Right. They need to let him go. And she said they all cannot. We are 1 week away for the window to close. Enti yebehwe say ebia deadline and as a deal no ebetimi abaso and I say ebebaso ebia ade enchi kra na answer na happen. We are waiting to see na ahwefoneti for say no so ebaso a yede sa update no ebebremo. Now I'm still on Liverpool. Free said last season 2024-2025 wonders are almost year, you know. Not this season. I'm expecting say be I know say it's still early. With the first game, yes, Oma winning 4-2, all right. But let's look at their stats with the Bournemouth. So what stats are Bournemouth and to me I said that are more ball be about 39% with Liverpool 61%. 19 shots against 9 shots Bournemouth. Now Ushimwa shots on target at Liverpool nya no it me echo a year in a 10. Na sa wohwɛ ebi a free kicks so a ɔmo nyaeɛ a wotumi sɛ ɔmo nya free kicks bɛyɛ 3 ɛna ɛyɛ Bournemouth so nya free kick 4. Na deɛ adeɛ a mehwɛ kakra no sɛ Bournemouth playing against Bournemouth with 39% in a game. Na yɛhwɛ sawa Bournemouth tumi share 2 goals a kyerɛ sɛ still no I have a question about Liverpool's defense and the performance because last season, you know, and as a champion, I'm saying again, as a defending champion, it's a Bournemouth 80 minutes by Paris to say, yeah, don't you see, say, then it's giving a signal to the other clubs and say, if we fight harder, we can cause trouble to Liverpool.
Yeah, a big signal to other clubs. Before this Bournemouth game, but Crystal Palace boy community show them. It's sending a signal to teams and say now Liverpool is beatable. Yeah, one. How many defending champions? So if you want to compete, if you want to win the league, Liverpool are also the next standard. And now Liverpool ain't pulling that defensive game. No one pulling it out. Liverpool be say, it's only Liverpool. Now what's more attackers and the probability say with my holding Liverpool is very very high because almost straight in number from their midfield to the attack.
Right.
And so it's me no moment for what's me or defense with me attack. It's me Gina or more attackers. So definitely you'll get something out from Liverpool game. I want to because Liverpool really have problems with their defense, and that's the honest truth. They're Bob Van Dijk, Van Dijk is from they're putting every day. Say he's one of the players that one Liverpool team I strong in their defense. That was back then. That was when I was Saddam Tenebai, young and rejected. That was time and now Liverpool, any major competitive, but let's see now from when now Liverpool is competitive. Will be a Liverpool, so definitely say on it for Liverpool, team being Liverpool, they will sit down, they will analyze Liverpool with team. And one thing about football, say video analyst for Nayana coaches never. I'm making sure say I'm profile play at show. If say on the attacker, you find on the Bempah or boy for instance, video analyst with my friend once I can't share say I'm profiling and that errors their channel.
Right. Right.
When you win Van Dijk. So these are some of the things on we are. And Van Dijk, how we have a whole lot of errors around him. The ball control, several passable man, how is he control ball, and with his speed, how I was the timing as we are there. One thing Van Dijk had on where area goes, which is air ball and or strength. It's one-on-one. No? So only this year now paying or waiting after more magic. And when a player say so when you'll be very difficult say what they want to do. But say only you never bought when you Virgil van Dijk is very not good at that. When you're good at that, and see and only Van Dijk it's a lot of things are Van Dijk and like Ibrahim Akonate same time attaining in here, attaining another form, and almost losing concentration because most Liverpool they possess game it's a more enjoy game from the triple heavy. It's only a few months and no more lose concentration and unnecessary so more Liverpool it's me consider such goals and I think they're going forward and it's slots it's now working on that one making sure say Liverpool also with me I'm making sure say I'm obey your defensive working.
Right. We hope say they can sort this defensive problem out before say the fight gets tougher for them. Now, yenshe eye obiti say Aston Villa, Unai Emery. Last season, this man was doing wonders with Villa, including Champions League games or more boy and like all round games. You know, we also say he was doing very very well with Aston Villa. Now this season, he almost has started yeah, who said last season, but even Champions League, maybe Dana for the motiba form to the sense, you're not okay, our Premier League, after you know, motiba form, which is a nice, the wheel under the bars, you know, and not no, so no, emo, lose. And the preseason, didn't say, Unai, Okumimia, and name, and it's one manager, I really fancy his style of play. Now, Omane Eddie Howe, Eddie Beshe, any opening game, 2025-2026 season, I shall see. Na ɔmo ɛwɔ Villa Park nanso so no Unai it seems they will struggle to beat Newcastle ɔmo no ko ɔtepɛnko. That is not Unai Emery. Do you think that they are going to struggle this season as well?
Well, Premier League, this season will be a whole lot of uncertainties because we have player examples, players every Premier League and now players are. It's now about Aston Villa from last season. The starting season, they were having a very nice season from the starts now more for the more competitors and almost a bit of for the English Premier League. This season are starting and against Newcastle or more epic 1 point. I think it will be very difficult for Newcastle for Aston Villa this season because of the likes of Bempah, the likes of Nottingham Forest, and Tottenham Hotspur, which it will be very difficult for Unai Emery and then the boys. And on they're losing last season, you could not Marcus Rashford so joining or Marco Asensio almost losing these boys. And I think it won't be easy for Unai Emery this season.
Wow. It won't be easy for Unai Emery this season. Now let's look at West Ham. I'm a bit concerned about West Ham. From last season, Omo signed Graham Potter, former Chelsea manager. Now, Graham Potter West Ham, Omane, the new promoted Sunderland, and a kickstarted this season. Next, so no, agro no anko yi ama West Ham. Atisum say West Ham agye nim guase poto Sunderland etimi twa West Ham 3 goals at West Ham intimi antimo baako kra. Graham Potter, do you think that he is a man to take West Ham forward?
Well, there's one thing about English coaches. Because English coaches not almost there are a whole lot of problems with them. I was saying I don't remember the last English coach said or make headlines Europe and the Graham Potter from Brighton, okay, Chelsea the Monday man to Chelsea and the West Ham team on to AFD. We are West Ham from last 3 seasons now more from last 2 seasons no more from the last season latter part of the season almost drop the almost so Graham Potter and yet one coach which one my idea West Ham United the almost have a Kulusi Kudus Mohamed to Tottenham Hotspur and okay boyfriend Michel Antonio Munyan and so it's me moving. So it will be very difficult for West Ham United. I'm not sure say Graham Potter bit anything around for West Ham. So they need to go out there, when you have a correct coach, no message in your home because English coach is more perform from the system and more
Right. And you know that's the okay they say West Ham omo anye omo niema ntemo a na omo ja team no ma Graham there no it could be say the end of the season West Ham probably will be relegated. Instead of making a season it's full of up and downs, a roller coaster when it comes to Premier League. So anyway, I may eat my words later on, but we are here to watch what will happen because Graham Potter me oba Chelsea agro be di Chelsea honestly Mampe and style. And for him to go to West Ham, and seeing all these signs happening, I'm a bit scared for West Ham United, but we never know. Let's see. Let's wait and see what happens. Now, yeah, share a Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur. Angie Postecoglou Tottenham. Say Thomas Frank and Ababeso Tottenham. Na sɛn na wohu Thomas Frank ne Tottenham ɔmo adwuma yɛ. Yɛn nyinaa nim sɛ Thomas Frank ɛwɔ Brentford ɔyɛ adwuma paa wɔ Brentford kyerɛ sɛ with Mboma ne Weza mo the way na ɔma boys no like get the best out of these guys no. Na wotum sɛ man no ɔyɛ adwuma paa. Sesei no ɔde saa adwuma no aba West Ham. Ɔde aba Tottenham, sorry. How do you see him at Tottenham?
Well, Thomas Frank is one coach. Okay. Brentford media who said he believes in young talents. He believes in total football. He believes in beautiful football. And many idea Thomas they believe in. So Brentford it's trying to go more no one with that. How effective are no more how or more 18 key defenders how which control games. And any idea Thomas Frank is known for. And on par Tottenham Hotspur and our chef they say with time he can do a Neoma Ediama. I said Tottenham Hotspur. Okay, almost back up on money. Friend of PSG boy, yeah. Losing concentration along the way.
That was game at Shebepa 2-0 up, and then they sat down and they get knocked out on the penalties. It was just painful.
Not Thomas Frank game management. Which means managing game we are from the 2 goals. Then the crisis at time now no lose ball now. Which means for a game no penalties on Kulusi is a game no. It was really unfortunate. And okay, a game boy with Richarlison giving us one of the best goals. So even season we splendid when look at how Mohamed Kudus a crossing on the by how Richarlison success with Brazil and these goals in the World Cup 2022 he scored a similar goal World Cup boy last weekend and was saying now good Frank is really proving something. Tottenham Hotspur and then Omasa Man City by 2 goals nil. It's a they are building something, they are cooking something. And I'm thinking instead, and I'm hoping that this season Tottenham was a bit of prove a whole lot of football loving fans in the world because they are really doing well with signings on with players on board and with power players from last season. It was quite difficult season for Richarlison, but this season they won't have effective Richarlison is being and Howe in the game against Man City. Extra said Tottenham are ready for the English Premier League. So kudos to Thomas Frank fixing, and I think they are doing well.
Right. You think they are doing well. At the same time, Richarlison, on the Sunday last season, the guy was struggling. I was even thinking, say, probably that will be the end of him at Tottenham. But it seems that this season, the guy has come up fresh and he's looking fresh and ready to go.
This thing, an attribute of a good coach. What you put, how you put that. I was saying, in fact, they will put players on more than one purpose.
Right.
And same thing was Richarlison last season, 90 minutes of Motono, but when you be one because I frustrated, and then you want the big headlines, in Tottenham Hotspur. Kudos to Thomas Frank said, what's made a huge impact on Richarlison.
Right. Kudos to Thomas Frank. Now, share a year Man City, almost so last season. How I know so ason aye share, and I said the way almost a year share, a year Pep Guardiola. That wasn't Pep that we used to know, and I said we used to see. Next, so no Pep, I hang around. I'm at 2025-2026 season. Only as I started. Normally Wolves and a kick started here. Na share utimi say Emranti na omoni agiye pa omo first game. It tells you say last season but the way name anko ye utimi say na omo nyina frustrated. And to start a new season with a win and not just a win, a convincing win against Wolves. Somebody who says Wolves there is a city to meet you from, but a win is a win. At times, and a win, you are so desperate to win, and which way, and I say whatever form I'll be fast winning be, and all that you need is to win to get that motivation in the team. Now, Omone Wolves, Omo Echi Wolves, Eshe Wolves 4-0. Now, sa game no, say na game because I share City new signings are or not or signing. Agra boys ni di one what's his name? Is it Rajenda or something? Tijani Rendes. Utim say like guy me share the ball that game no like not me crowd the ball like he played the game with a whole game with a smile on his face even after game the interview that he did, and you could see the guy was just enjoying himself, and you could see say he's gonna be you can't compare. It's not good to make that comparison, but if you compare it to De Bruyne, somebody who says I said Juma or Babe, and yeah, they are even maybe a City be me say De Bruyne because it was our first game now. How did you assess that guy particular?
Well, Tidan Renders, so we are kind of from AC Milan, and we are kind of Netherlands national team in India, and how good at Tidan Renders is. Very brilliant player, or create space, or maybe a space in it. When you how I use the ball and or to me penetrated through your defense into or with a similar attributes to Boya, a friend of like boyfriend of Kelvin De Bruyne. And the so many Tidan Renders are Sanity and the bones and the when you go to crack the range of passing. How I'm creating force in the team. Very, very, very brilliant. And then one person kind of manner a Man City losing Kevin De Bruyne on a paper like or more him right. He's splendid and we make a whole lot of headlines to community. Tijan Windows and all announcing the presence. All the Italian Serie A any Liga Italia. It's a case of good Italian Serie A. On that is said, Papa will be announced with the national team about but Tijani Rinders good behind him. In the midfield of boy and friend Frank Young, Tijani Rinders on Netherlands for which him will prove it. Let it show be as or one of the person I coping set the ball. The be still consistent of the issues and near me winning of preview to the world. Tijani Rinders is really a good media.
Right. Busia for my main update we so FM. Mr. Was oh shana or share comment session or Boama Emmanuel. Also the update a go my yet a match and also a coso it was Spain Abontin Barcelona also omodia Teta so the name Lavente. Na Lavente ashomo 2-0. So Basa aba bete Emma a 2-2. Say sia me no say no Barcelona at the back account amana bɛyɛ 3-2 nti no abusua ya na o check comment section also for other sports going on around the world. I update no eba na eba nti say the Barca lead Lavente 2 I mean 3-2 I 3-2 nti ne saa game so no emu ayɛ den ɛwɔ ɛhɔnom yo na sɛdeɛ na o kano onia yɛnhwɛ City omune Wolves a game no senior game no esi ekoye free say like Guardiola it seems as a still no onye like onye okay said here my friend say not you no the Guardiola that we used to know how and now relax me at the other Osha say na ase onhye da enye saa Guardiola last no be di nko it will be kasa season yen hwe Guardiola yi free say me kura nyo na kabni mi say won na yire jai so na yire jai no o mi say na yire na sa ya say mo say say na yire jai nti na so mi say ni ma enko ye nyina na say e mai o mo adwene o be That's a near man as a Guardiola or calculation ya need to and that's what you say. If you buy see a sinner in a Saba. Hey, Clinton, and yes, a man, you are junior. Wow. how many Wolves game no, at the end of 90 minutes, you show full stars, like what you say, shots on, shots about 15 shots in the Man City in but out of the 15, Clinton only 4 was on target. How do you see that?
Yeah, City probably will create all the chances. Somebody will see, but they will control the game. Or more ever try somebody for everybody opponents have, and they have strikers, they have attackers. At any time, we make now surprise you. And playing 15 shots on target, not 4. Playing 15 shots, 15 shots, and not 4 eye on targets, right? Not 4 good to now win. So it seems almost strikers, it's a bone in your football move, and you have a problem to game. And the only City bonds they will dominate. Yeah, sure, they will dominate. Some big creative a lot of chances. Ryan Cheki, Tijani Rinders, Bernardo Silva, you have your Foden, you have Erling Braut Haaland. So I'm just meaning about open home and better craft because some attackers different varieties. You will be ball, you will be shooting, you will be creative, you will be swap or no big you put aside 3 attributes in them and see you boyfriend Silva, Bernardo Silva, which me creative or Odi or Kelly on the ball I shoot bonus. So these players are Howe playing against Wolves, I wasn't expecting Wolves to surprise anyone. Not a choose team friend Pep Guardiola, team friend City about winning game. And they really did well. Okay, last season, no more problems to Munya. Someone also more present this season, more catch Premier League teams in I said City is back and they are back for they made that emphatic win. Eberechi Eze my friend or Wolves 4 goals to nil. And so now they need that win to boost their morale, to boost their confidence. Not much maybe this new season. Liverpool defending champions.
Right. Yo, and Chelsea so way. You know, was Chelsea baby on one day last season. Just a big very, very impressed about Chelsea performance last season because a majority of the Newcastle football world was not even thinking say Chelsea will be able to achieve that. But they did and even qualified for Champions League. Now, uh, at the end of the season, last season, Chelsea or more no more, I can say, you say UEFA Club World Cup competition, and baby, Patrick say, to me, nya kwan kora, anya pre-season, to me, matches, to me, more. But at the same time, tournament, competition, boy, I think that it was enough to prepare them more than even playing the pre-season friendlies near the other. Now, GG trophies at the end of the season, Club World Cup, Conference League, and then kaka ho. And noise and say baby at Chelsea, Enzo, Edomo, Cornetum say, this season, they will be one of the teams that AB on behind and I say, Bicrana, on me league, but not other people also were saying say upon all sad trophies at Chelsea Clinton, when it comes to Premier League is a different ball game altogether. So let people not start picking our praising Chelsea how or more praise Now Premier League, will expose Chelsea. Ampedi Empire share our first game with Crystal Palace. Said Nyame and Mokrana Chelsea could have lost that game at the bridge, playing at home against Crystal Palace. With all this new signing, Dilab, Estaval, what's the other one? Hato and all of them. Yeah, João Pedro and all of them. As our game, how did you see that game? Because do you remember who game say Chelsea were lacking some creativity at the same time. Kopama couldn't perform in that game until say Estaval a bad game. That is why I'm saying Chelsea shots say almost 80 me a course Crystal Palace 1 or 2 troubles. And everybody was shocked looking at Chelsea beating PSG, winning trophies, doing this and doing that. And then it comes to Premier League against Crystal Palace. Then after Chelsea, baby omunenam.
Well, Crystal Palace team, put me right on more because they won the competition from Liverpool. And the FA Cup to Man City. Look at the teams on G12 this week. Liverpool, defending champions of the English Premier League. Manchester City. Omukuta all these the Arsenal, Omukuta the men, and Newcastle. Going into the game, Chelsea had played in the World Club Championship. 10 days of media training. They had to play the opener against their friend Crystal Palace. So definitely not Chelsea had a break and a real giving and no any idea getting like I said Chelsea. And one thing about their game is that Chelsea and the routine Crystal Palace. One the routine of not the third so bit make for also see about okay how Arteta gently to Arteta a game more exciting or Crystal Palace. Team there Obey and Derry Crystal Palace will make me pretty surprised at the amount. I don't know it's me game on the catch half was it wasn't an easy game. One who you be said Chelsea could have Crystal Palace. So in this sanity, this season big teams will struggle against Crystal Palace because of how our multi as a show team. And do you think now over no one now one that they will pull a surprise on you. And no any other Crystal Palace as I said. Chelsea really played well. Okay, Tama, William Estivao, now how are not OT, a ready or create chances, or the game on a pushy Crystal Palace team. It was something I didn't get in same from Chelsea. And maybe because didn't get it, I given up for starting. Jimmy Getting for a short into what no sense them now. I know you need to. And my boyfriend William Estivao, William Estivao really played well in that game. Kopama, since January, when you are opening goal, opening a league, goals no goal, we should be a penalty goal. And Kopama has been like a can one. Only can one in the English Premier League. When you are the Estivao, Abai, making a presence, looking at game and Chelsea boy, and I'll get the performance. William Estivao, boy, young chap, 18-year-old boy, winning the man of the match award. And the amount of Chelsea wasn't something I flew. So it was a tough deal for Chelsea. Or Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace really surprised on Chelsea. Chelsea and Arteta or you know the structures of Crystal Palace. You know Chelsea because they were coming from pre-season. Pre-season now, almost 10 days pre-season. They had to play games after some World Club Championship. Some the pre-season games. It's definitely need break and I set in Chelsea, but we are hoping going for a little bit of rhythm. The performance of Mukunya World Club Championship and no one will listen as I did run English Premier League and then drop or more implications or more correcting the wrongs that they did in the game against Crystal Palace now. Or more correcting against Ultimate and West Ham. Chelsea it's a winner. Let's hope for the best and we are hoping with all the signings at Chelsea William Estivao, Miguel Dennis, Pedro, it's likely Alexander Garnacho, not a bit massage any Chelsea team. Now Moses Caicedo is fit. Enzo Fernandez is giving us his best season. Every time Romeo Lavia is with Romeo Lavia join now. Malu Gusto around with James Amar. You have Malu Gusto with my ball. Chaluba Mu performance and so they are playing really well. And the only problem at Chelsea is solving a good finish. Still on Saturday, Robert Sanchez as about this season, but let's hope for the best. In hope we say Enzo Maresca can retire this it will make a difference, and Manful who is on bit not competing for the league this season.
Right. Said now can I say a bread and I had Chelsea. See, I share Crystal Palace first 45 minutes. Yeah, can I say performance. Chelsea in your 11 shots against 9 shots Crystal Palace. But out of the 11, so you share Chelsea attacking as I say, attack is almost signing ɛwɔ anim hɔ ne ade na wɔhwɛ sɛ 11 shots first 45 minutes only one shot was on target. Did I make sense? Right. You will be say, Mom watching the name say, said the Tibiano, Chelsea, Bre, Ebeka Womo. But still, no, with woman at Crystal Palace, they were able to create some chances. I just say, even first 45 minutes, grand, 11 shots, but out of 11, only one was on target. Will you put that as brand on my brain? And now say still no, nipa they are still not clinical like other players or more other clubs, because having 11 shots and only one was on target.
There will definitely be a certain gamer who attackers and mobile Chelsea.
There's all parties say maybe a Chelsea in Crystal Palace they find it difficult to beat them.
Very, very difficult. Chelsea in Crystal Palace games are very difficult for Chelsea. Very, very difficult games in Chelsea but Crystal Palace.
Why do you think it's always difficult for Chelsea against Crystal Palace? What is Crystal Palace doing so much at Chelsea finding hard?
Crystal Palace is good low blocks. They don't open up.
Right.
They don't open. And to say, wait, Chelsea have attackers. Chelsea attackers, now. Who there Chelsea go game on our plans? Possess for them, no more release ball, no point change. And Crystal Palace, no own channel, and Rabbit Catine, no family more, a penalty was no more. Crystal Palace with my mouth plays there 7 or more penalty was no more defend the ball on our. So to be very difficult to best with your and the probability to shoot now should be in the fan channel is very high because they have the men around the penalty box or more away. And if a mumpa and best our blockade. And only at the Crystal Palace in the end, they have these players almost beating attack. They have players who beat my. So you have Eberechi Eze. Eberechi Eze beating the Bempah so at any time. It's very quick. It won't walk on all shorts.
Right.
Won't all shorts. So all corner all shorts. No matter what switching, so it's not about course a half of any amount. In general, I them only say any difficult. The match was the time that they play against Crystal Palace. For Felipe Mateta, very brilliant guy, fantastic player by one standard. The performance that we are Edema Crystal Palace, they are solid. I was talking about Magay. Magay is one experienced defender. He was once in Chelsea, and Chelsea turned benefiting him. And when we're going in the game, we're going in the game to a certain level. So, say what the Magay now what the João Pedro be Abidina Magay. Mikel has played against top strikers around the world. And when he said how Pedro be a match, the Mama Gay. And only at the end, Chelsea, it's in now. It didn't know place an airport with him. But the likes of João Pedro last season was playing for Brentford. Gertens last season was playing for Borussia Dortmund. And Borussia, need that high profile players because we make a Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace have similar players as Chelsea. Just say Chelsea have a coach an Italian coach our decision team or building a team. And only idea Chelsea war ahead of team and Crystal Palace. But player to player, we will say there will be a time which a Crystal Palace player which might compete with a Chelsea player. So and not will be never much to see a prayer against Crystal Palace.
Right. Now, me pesa ye share ade bi so ha. Ye ade bi a me sua free Mikel Arteta Arsenal for ho. Last season that was one weapon Arsenal use ya the whole season, which is about their corner kicks. But so do you think that that's also a DS other teams omutimi isuya? Because I was sure first half 45 minutes Chelsea against Crystal Palace. Chelsea in 6 corners. Ewa bra Crystal Palace no munya 1 corner. Out of that 6 corners, Omantian converted by into goal. Well, compared to Arsenal.
Chelsea is near free. The Enra Chelsea shared 3 goals from set pieces. Chelsea share 5 3 was from set piece. And see, after say Omunya 6 against Crystal Palace in the first half, they have learned something from it. And Arsenal, they have a whole lot of things in the issue. And I think it's Chelsea have learned. Anything Omunya honest, also team no flanks no neighbor likely say Omunya honest more. Because flanks are number 11 and number 7. So many game ni be likely. I say Obunya honest and only idea Chelsea because or more making some back team and anytime you have back team, it's team able low blocker. A back hits this one a back corner and only idea. So thankfully say Chelsea who is there or more making sure say or more take advantage of that set piece in every banner or making the again. Yes, Chelsea did it against they did it against West.
Right. Right. Said Mr. Bempah can or say Chelsea almost ade free mo because ade bi a even season started Arsenal almost as I used to the same tactics ni. And I ask myself, say, why these teams are not learning anything from Sir and Niemano. Now, Clinton Chelsea esua enema free mo free say at the end of the game no wo hwe corners a Chelsea nyae na omo ntimi an convert ba akokora na wotimu say ade bi a na ha adwene yie na so Clinton ose omo esua ade free mo yo then Clinton yen hwe obi ti say Man City yen hwe Man City me pese ye hwe ade bi ewo Man City omo side kakra and I say yeah what a young jump pico Forest ho if you Forest wa then you beko City Nottingham Forest almost so last season omo ade pa na so no eduru baby no enema ankoyi ema ekofa wantwantwi bi ba say ona no ene Nuno entem but to me, what the Nottingham Forest did last season was so impressive because no, I don't think say even Clinton now grab expect say Nottingham Forest in Premier League or met me edu position even to the sense that Mubaya bit me a bit second on the table. I just said the Champions League position grand they were just unlucky. Say Omo me unqualified. There's no manager no any home. This season, do you see them say they've picked up from where they left it last season?
Yeah, they are really playing well. Nottingham Forest just said coach Nuno Espirito Santo and Marinakis club owner no Gorgeous Kaka and I was reading something and it's likely said Marinica Sibits Nasake Nuno Espirito Santo. So we say promise and I said what can't give me no one say it could every time I say change of coach beba their coach no ba na new man obetina the results from Forest. So let's wait and if I say when I was reading and it seems like Andrew next week like you said Nuno Espirito Santo Mojano can deliver after that the whole coach are over and I said what we'll get then we talk about that but you see the coach of Nuno Espirito Santo
yeah but owner Clinton if you're owner of a club and you have such a good manager why will you let this guy go? So if I say Obi say Mourinho money yes so money no money Mosaka near that but bro money Mosaka was a timer maybe an name uncle to say last season say na Guardiola name uncle say citizen come sakina that would have been fair because the name uncle but with Nino Juma Warrior Forest and I was talking to somebody the person told me say omunim no money no kwa why you are Nottingham Forest team the begu not saying say a begu say be a Nottingham Forest bio but you know what the person is trying to say so yeah why would you think say you let such a man go?
Traditional clubs need to say Real Madrid, Barcelona, they will vote for a president about time or so. But we Marinica is not a team it's only making sure that Omobe taking absolute control over the team. They say, oh yeah, I hear 1 or 2 need your mocha now what challenge your man. Then they feel like team nominate your media, team in the many media, and team it's my pomo. And then they think about their business first before somebody heard the results of the team. See, when say mono a human or more, so profit. Same thing I to go the ever just for oil, and I think so right here. Malfa Casachi or Muntume signings and where signings said they be future signings or yet no aton or yet no aton, and only at the other to go the ever and was I say, so no professor of the top youngsters. Tino no or more, no, who say a deal to your profit stream. To say, over. Now over hits it out because no Espirito Santo are granting a whole lot of interviews. Waka the team on and one sem. What you have to say on not say yes, and she said, Obana Becky Casansi will say, see, no, so to our no, you are selling him out to the fans. Who pretend black to the fans, and the only team, the only say, no Espirito Santo is about the fans' favorites because he's performing. And see, the way see you now so good to now okay how our fans in the budget so fans no one no see interviews a booty they put all the blame on you are the only option and it's will be done fine. All you get the performance, all you get the results or the team but to be would degrade as see you now coach our high no your get what can say the good for fans against you. The only thing I was all maybe from my point, I will understand the decision my friend Marinika said but on result oriented share results or the media. I'm not sure say will be taking good decisions say Pamo, my friend and Nuno Espirito Santa.
Okay, right. Yeah, we hope say no problem be I want on Intembia on between us solve it because he's one manager. Juma why on Nottingham Forest, I give him that respect. I give him that respect. And Nottingham Forest, Omo Ejuma Woodin is so any. And for such a problem to happen, said be a manager, which may Jana Kwamanako. Now the whole team, no, abe a kind of a different be and Sunday as I shall a bassa a behard unit. Frisagano or yet a Juma Papa, intina wish say a manager be jarana as own and be janum, not why no, Nejuma, I say Owusu or ye. Now, you hear a year Chelsea, Yabo Omon Komoka, which is a match week 1, Omo game on Crystal Palace, a boy, I just said, a Nema na Mkoye, and I say, Omo Enhunu and no. Say no, yen share Omo week 2 match, Omo a boy, I just said, Omene West Ham, yen share senior and no, so a koye. Abusia, say Ghana line or yana a hard drink a cry. Clinton, say ya losing about ya mesa enyano, intino, ye to what you may do so. Enti Clinton, dear not made children say a year Chelsea. Ya show almost week 1, ya show almost week 1 game no and Komoka cra. Na yen share a year week 2, almost game a omene West Ham a boy. As Diana Obeka said, ebia improvement to be about a hawkakra. Do you see that now say ebia West Ham ankasa no na office omoniema enyi because Obeka said West Ham omo first game I'm saying normally Sunderland me boana omo trauma Sunderland new promoted team eba be share almost 3-0 and for Chelsea to meet West Ham na omo share West Ham 5-1. Somebody will say still no he's not convinced about Chelsea's maybe performance near the other. What will you say to that?
You can talk about the bad performance of West Ham United recently, but you cannot take away the performance at Chelsea. There were glimpses that Chelsea will compete for this season Premier League because already the performance of Ryan Estivao, the performance of João Pedro, the midfield that consists of boy Fernando Fernandez, Moises Caicedo. Okay, how in the absence of Obama, one of the mainstay or Chelsea or more targets in the absence, okay, the performance of Chelsea in yeah, it's understandable so because of West Ham United performance in there, but you cannot take away performance at Chelsea. Chelsea really played well, and on my side, if you ask me, I say they are ready to compete in the English Premier League. Anything almost from 5 now, because team who's here now team in the number 7 of my moves or 5 now, emphatic moving, and more can end their serious in I say they have the guys, they have the men or between them and the woman. Chelsea really played well. Okay, deep now from defensive to their midfield, from midfield to attackers. Will be they played the role very, very well. More control games. There were a whole lot of chances at Chelsea created here. And João Pedro scoring that goal, making 2 assists, serious in the absence of Nicolas Jackson, our Polish shot with Papa Renzo Maresca. And same games in the Bimono, or no João Pedro now Baba sitting in, and will make sure say Obama everything I complete the Chelsea. William Estivao played very, very well, and one also making the presence of European football from Brazil. And I was about an 18-year-old William Estivao. I will not age with me, man of the match. I was Stamford Bridge, and the Chelsea is something. West Ham and more for Muntina. Chelsea, we understand so West Ham a good season or more bad from past. Chelsea and more wasn't something to write about. Chelsea really played well and Yembo Mama.
All right, Chelsea really played well. Not Yemo or more Abaso. Yen share or more a performance or money West Ham. Crystal Palace, dear, Yehun dear Echo, not Clinton just say, yeah, watching the one watching the known me say, Diana. Fatigue ebetimi achi Chelsea nti so man perform omne Crystal Palace ni krana that should be okay. Now omne West Ham so no what Clinton actually say so it doesn't matter what whatever format West Ham will but still Chelsea actually say they are here to compete and to fight for the Premier League. No. Now, 90 minutes, we na Chelsea Asher West Ham 5-1. Now, say you share stars now. Both teams in no omunya 12 shots. Now on target Chelsea in 7. And West Ham 4. Now ball possession 59-41 against West Ham. Now and na me person me busa baby kakra was ball possession. Because we say you'll be a fan of Pep Guardiola. With Timmy Church Guardiola, quite often the ball or like the information how or born a ball or money team working. It's all about possession. But my share teams in the breeze so. So over share teams in the let's look at Crystal Palace and Chelsea day. What's your possession at Chelsea? Yeah. Chelsea had about 71 possession or something like that. But they couldn't put a goal into the net. Senyame kura moa enka 39 percent Crystal Palace and gomu share Chelsea. Here we look at it again. Man City. Also any Tottenham. Osha City ball pa. And so still they lost the game. Officers are possession abbreviate managers in the person bono. Do you think say it wins a game and I say it's not all that necessary?
Pep Guardiola in one of his interviews, Stamano Barcelona, can say the best way to defend the game is to possess. Say Michima, opposite defending a team or no, even say the style of the Catanaccio style of Italy football now. They will sit at the back on the packebas. Or the ball never know they have them. On the fabon they fix on the counter. Only send on the outmove the digital way to defend a game and it's a be possessing because it's a put a ball now pass your opponents only going to be more or no our better attack. And only the explanation of the in possession football. Now back to say there are teams that are at the possession of your body. So anything piano and not a common Barcelona. Arsenal, they possess. So maybe you just a born effect and unmovable. Then recently Pep Guardiola is going to introduce this idea. the amount Man City almost a process and say a Munyan as a Munyan. Mean, yes, sure, say, who process it, a Munyan Catisino engine. And one thing about processing football is the same. Now, creating a whole lot of chances. And inside, yet the antidote to losing. So, process it, but in case of losing, there are teams that are most of low blocks. And see, say, oh, process here, almost in the space. Imagine Manchester United and Man City, but 68 process. United they will low blocks. And see, almost that the spaces are 68 passable.
Right.
Definitely, on bet me up a cable be every one space on bet it on a counter play. And all processing is as well. Or more passing in the defense and so back. But when I met for the neighbor, so the midfield ever become attackers know the opponent have, and their defense will come into the midfield. The defense never be in a center circle. Now midfield now push ever become the attackers no one about the opponent have. Anytime the opponent never pick up on a counter. Going say now about 1v1. 1v1 in the sense that opponents in the ball neighbor I bet City probably about who is
right.
Not probably on which no or it's no question why you find it difficult to with my ball playing because blue blocks and all find it difficult to penetrate through their defense because or not what can they make for the defense in now no them about watching or no into which one player or and on this my one similar example Barcelona against Inter Milan in 2010. It was only Samuel Eto'o. Samuel Eto'o no but 3. Samuel Eto'o as a number 9. Mourinho didn't beat now 3. And Mourinho making sure say one packet Barcelona to the extent say Barcelona for be push on more attackers no Barcelona no more players in Aba be then they will hit them on a counter break. And not Barca. They could lose a VT at my friend Inter Milan 2010. Mourinho to us the project Champions League. So we want to say to about one for to the break. It's in about the Prio itu, about the PK itu, 1-on-1, or Chuan Asamato. Chelsea did same against my friend of Barcelona in 2012. While Obekaya Ramirez and a ball going through it, then Ebeka Fernando Torres and PK, the whole pack was sent PK as he 1-on-1 against Victor Valdez. Anna, boy, a friend of Fernando Torres, who now give me 2-2. Chelsea, the final, I got you free by the case. So these are some of the things that. In as much as say possessing football advantage, it's our disadvantage. Who not coach our antidote to the time. You go to a time now when Pep Guardiola against Mourinho, it was Spain because Mourinho ain't the antidote of the game and Pep Guardiola for it's happening now. Bas and Timmy Madrid game. Now was Guardiola a free Bas in as much as say possessing football a beautiful or more Emma give me enjoyable or put me losing. Because teams teams no possessing football or the negatives and so pick the negatives now push that with me every games in the in the way and and say what me defend they would create spaces what they create chances and who possess now defense no and so to me or more lacking concentration now going say one penetration pass with me for you, but who processes the balance no which and only advantage there or as with me
right. Okay. So say you koshe Man City omone Tottenham omo gamer omo a boy. Na unia what will you say to this one? Say Thomas Frank against Pep Guardiola. Is it going to be like Chelsea and Crystal Palace, whereby I said Chelsea share Crystal Palace to be they are finding it difficult? Free said last season, Tottenham Nema Enkoye Emma Omo. Ange Postecoglou na enema Enkoye Mano. Neso sono Oshia City Biano. I think a home and away, Nina Oshia City. Frank Thomas, another Thomas Frank, also have a Spurs for Frokra. Also to me Ako because the same kind of say season now, and I said the same match omo boy in this last season now. Eno Angie Ekoshe City 4-0 ewo Etihad. Thomas Frank so afa Tottenham Akoshe City 2-0. Do you think Pep Guardiola is finding it difficult to beat Tottenham?
Yes, so I need difficult with Tottenham because again, I can say if it's in the antidote or style to attack this up, very, very good for you to beat me many games against home. And only idea it's my friend of Tottenham is with me now. And okay, Howe, the likes of Bernard Johnson, Richarlison, Mohamed Kudus, Mohamed Kishore, and Bempah City. It's in a Brian. Since you're losing a couple of players, it will take time for the new signings on the jelly performance and every so definitely not be a tough game for my friend Manchester City. Tottenham really played well. They play above themselves. I don't think they win this game. So I hope say Tottenham are the antidote of Pep Guardiola and the tactics. See any time I say Guardiola everybody it's Tottenham and would see a changing your because say will find it difficult to be a senator say each and every game they are nobody will be prepared. You know, put the over there. So almost one sound tactics one vary and your map to be very difficult for you to be to appreciate a point from that game. Tottenham really played well and kudos to them somewhere with me. I could see and I could say it's Manchester City.
Right. Now, Mami Musa if you saw it coming and I say, yeah, you had idea, say, Tottenham beating me, I share, Man City, home, under Thomas Frank. Free say, you share player to player, you share lineup, both teams, you know, the eco face, Omohom. We share Man City, or do we say, Trafford, any, Keki, Gonzalez, Enna Atnori, Diaz, Rajenda, Stone, Bob, Mamouche, Luis, Enna Haaland. Against Tottenham's Vicario, Romero, Kudus, Johnson, Pero, Spence, Sarr, Bentaka, Van de Van, Palina, and Richarlison. Player to player, on the book, will you say that these Tottenham players were better than what Guardiola put out there today?
They are at level. For me, at level because we have Ryan Uri from Wolves and our back City, Tijani Rangers from AC Milan, Nico Gonzalez from Barcelona and Portugal, Okoboma FC Portugal, and our Saba, and our back team Man City. Okay, more a defense now. And look at your goalkeeper, James Trafford. James Trafford don't need to compete over here. James Trafford, more for me. If you want to compete, say James Trafford.
So why do you think Guardiola? Sorry, why do you think Guardiola are changing a normal goalkeeper, not the Trafford net, as you say?
Because Ederson, anything to prove again. Say only South American players are more
but he's one of the best goalkeepers around in the world, Anna.
Yes, these are some of the things that need how do we even call this? Because achieve everything with the club. And only idea City, and Ederson want to move out from City, and they are talking to Gianluigi Donnarumma and PSG game on Donnarumma about that. PSG fans now say likely to join the City in the coming weeks. With my work over there, so James Trafford, or sent them for now more aging if you want Donnarumma, better put. Okay, just Spain said the man Tottenham Hotspurs, or more players, Van de Ven ends with me by proving at their chair. You are seen as one fine player at any time when they will with me, they give you out the best performance. So, as player to player, they don't say they are at level. Even one of City, the posy threats are going to in fact Tottenham forwards never may compare the likes of Bernardo Silva and Erling Braut Haaland. They don't me compare, but from their goal.
So looking at that, so what do you think you went wrong today? Because City, no matter what, if say the goalkeeper no, and I say any good, say the Chelsea, any Robert Sanchez almost by here. Now, good attackers and that's a sharp attackers. What do you think went wrong? I just say all these attackers, Mamouche, Bobby Unyaya, just an according to Netimu, Haaland, just a chances be bar. They couldn't convert any of them. What do you think went wrong today?
I think Tottenham was basically no more tactics right because only a team like Man City, but now when you have chance, no Bokua. The only thing that you have to do is we be making sure chance to give baby and we be putting at the back of the net. So then you hit your game plan. We making sure we prevent one from scoring. Set a be out with me winning game. And I think Tottenham was basically any tactics right, and they really went to the game with a mindset say about winning and the wow. City have a lot of problems to deal with. Talking about their defense and their goalkeeper, and okay, the creating spark now. Tijani Reinders might do his best. He's very good and with my best, but Tijani Reinders cannot give 80% of what Kelvin De Bruyne and all the City. It will take time because I feel no about. So with my ball with the level of Kelvin De Bruyne, it will take time. And they say, oh, okay, the creating spark at the Man City, right? So let's say. In the chances said the last season the banner, then they say Ellen Haaland no bring 10 chances, no as a 5. This season the chances in so betting goes no so betting. Say Obinya last season 5, like you said this season a 7 and 6 and Obinya. And to say now 6, it's a 10 no better 5, 6 and then Obishi 2 and also better 3. It's a betting you must so the moment idea. I think say City so much and winning game now from Tottenham stick to their plan and the mentality say will win and switch in one. And okay how and Mohamed Kudus say strike the back ever be defend ever to pour anymore. It shows how great they were. Some back will win the yet to Man City.
Right. Now, Yenshe said, Otimi Akoshe Man City 2-0, Thomas Frank, Manchester United. Now, so you share record more. Thomas Frank, Ababeka, one, and I say, managers are the only managers are Omo Etimi Ako away, Akoshe Guardiola with different clubs. Obiti say Jose Mourinho, and Conte, and Frank Ababeka Mourinho Real Madrid and Man United and ultimately at the call away a call City a ground ultimately share City the Chrome and as Mancasa ground Conte so or the Chelsea and Tottenham echo share Guardiola or Etihad and a Frank so this Brentford and Tottenham etimiako na or the share Guardiola and this a not just say Thomas Frank also or the Brentford crash Guardiola da. And to coming to Tottenham, that means he already had a plan how to beat Guardiola.
Yes. The American said when you the antidote, say only 1,000, 1, 2, 3, no, we say same tactics and also the same approach on best other gives then also the same approach answer the same another point and then the atmas bank here because when no I'm a boy with it now we can't talk now so next time you show them sabo with you and then the same thing
no so next time I buy some the other category because we also want to have a ball
and American say once a Sunday tactics now because Guardiola say you know at the buy one back here it's Guardiola pay now or the before or the plan for our the surprising Thomas Frank the buy I got Thomas Frank anyone also not since you really give but the same approach and on the buy and say say Thomas Frank and find the same approach on which we need it and side the it's about who we need and only that Thomas Frank
right and in the young game full-time start the way I name a call Guardiola when you're one of the boys omunya 10 shots against 12 shots of Thomas Frank. What me say Tottenham ekra enya more shots as in City. Now out of these shots, Guardiola men were able to put 4 on target. And at Tottenham 5 on target. And out of the 5, and Omodimu 2 a share Man City. Then so when it comes to corners, Man City near 7, Tottenham near 2. Then City into use back and to me and convert it into goal. Possession, as usual, Guardiola will take possession 61 against 39. And so actually, and men no lose 2-0 to Thomas Frank's boys, Tottenham Hotspurs. Busia, anytime I Busa Clinton says, possession, because possession in team no mum now control take control of the game, be an team no eshawa. To me, Obina kind of was go near Fefe, Anna Clinton.
Yeah, go on yes, and then they did 3 points.
Yeah. To me, and it's a make that game now more ball. Now, Matt Medu intent, and my ball can't. I think say that I know me better since me say me papa me take possession whatever. Now at the end of the 90 minutes, the possession meant to me and for one ball and what now. I think this me continue boss I whole season. Definitely I'll be sacked.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Now yeah share a year Arsenal so and then omone lease de share so ma omo a year lease poto I yeah Mikel Arteta one of the boys omo ye lease ho adwuma papa I Victor Gukeres ono so players a omo eto atena and then ho na yen share a players a Arsenal at the go abontin against Leeds United. Raya and a Timber, Gukeres, Saliba, Madueke, Calafiori, is it Zubimendis? Zubimendi, yeah, and the Rice. What's this one? Magalias or whatever they call it. That Magalis, yeah. Then Bakayo Saka and Odiga against Liz Perry, Peru, Stark, Bogil, that is it Tanaka, Gonto, Goodmanson, and then Grave, Tragic, Rodon, and James, which all these players in here, a new promoted club or more about promotion in Afina, or Dina, Mehunu de Ria, no, or more a performance, ABC Ako. Now, South American, say Clinton, dear, obviously, or no, Najumamua, players, I know, say he's aware of them. Na deɛ mɛbusa ne sɛ wohwɛ players at least ɛde bɛfɛsi Arsenal na wohwɛ Arsenal squad a ɔde gu abɔnten what does it tell you? Because Arsenal, it seems that they have a broad team this time. As I say, when it comes to substitutions near there, upon say players need be any injuries near that, but it seems that Arsenal still have a lengthy squad.
Yes, Arsenal have very lengthy squad. Almost squad me very thick. And this season, almost facility also league in enemy one. May make sure say Arsenal and here. Many England a fine wapa, but make sure say almost back to normal form Mikel Arteta. Because the kind of signings Arsenal team I have definitely a Premier League winning squad in the Arsenal.
Right.
Because Ralph Martin will be guarding in the midfield, Declan Rice in the midfield, Martins Gumendi in the midfield. You have Christian Morgan. I don't know which my backup midfield that Eddie amount. Louis Kelly will be my joining in the midfield. In or Nimo, Victor Yukaris Saba, Gabriel used to say with share with injury Kai Havertz and so around in their back and front. Will be late friend Gabriel Magalhaes, William Saliba, Jacob Kivior, and a whole lot of players Arsenal. So definitely, also it could be something in the English Premier League. When you say about the Premier staff, or no matter about catches in this season, or about the need to win the Premier League this season. Playing against Leeds United, no being himself, Arsenal is definitely going to win because Leeds United coming back from the championship, any idea no with our best surprise Arsenal with all their gunmen, with all their Arsenals, their men. Not likely say Arsenal will pick up the maximum 3 points against Leeds United and they are happy here. Arsenal, so it's me and Victor Eucharist and also the presence in the Emirates Stadium. It's serious as Waba. Now, Baba Yekman, scoring 2 goals for Arsenal and yeah, idea bad. It's related to what almost mean the 3 maximum 25 goals and it's Leeds United.
Right. Now, Arsenal. Enyumreya and announce with omone Leeds game ya. Yenyane entie ahyasiere na yenyane entie se Arsenal ene Tottenham omu nyina no omu Chelsea Eberechi Eze na ewiase no Tottenham etidae ye ne bai hoso na ise Eze ene due no obeye Arsenal edia. Now, what do you think say Eze is going to add up for Arsenal squad? Because American, they've got a lengthy squad already. What do you think they are lacking at? And you know, ama omani abre Eze. So, and I say, what do you think Eze have so different from the players at Omo Arsenal already? I and you know, ama omani abre Eze. So, and then you know, Eze akwakoye Arsenal there.
The very is a whole lot of tributes as a player on him free kicks ball when him shooting. He will praise from the flanks, it's left flanks and the right flanks in the ball. In the absence of Bukayo Saka, the very is a bit of a occupy the right flanks. And they say the left flanks tonight are where the Noni Maduiki from Chelsea or joining Arsenal on a Maduiki it's the ball and may Ubia. What the Maduiki and
we are keen about Madueke.
But I say,
Mr. Onyu be keen about Madueke.
Yes.
Or Chelsea, you know, say you'll be on penny ball.
One special one born one so that you put a DNA PSV hype now with nine. Right. I think say Eberechi Eze beating and just sports starting and sports Madueke and recently the Arsenal with my Japanese.
What about Odegaard? So you Odegaard, would you feel that pressure on your shoulder?
Yes, also feel pressure because Eberechi Eze can play as number 10. It's who you Odegaard also feel pressure, but I'm not sure say Tima and I say Mikel Arteta will paint Odegaard for Eberechi Eze or the bench will be push Eberechi Eze to the left flanks.
Right.
Now or paint Wiki rather then it will be Bukayo Saka, Eberechi Eze. Not when I put Eucharist as
so will you say you'll be surprised to see Mikel Arteta say be or bench or Odegaard?
Very, very, very surprised.
Right.
Very, very surprised. I'm not sure Mikel Arteta will do such a thing because having Eberechi Eze at the left, having Bukayo Saka at the right, then Victor Eucharist as your center forward. No when you Martin Odegaard no much. Then your back the front line will be backed by a boyfriend of Martin Odegaard and Declan Rice. No, Martin Zubimendi and Declan Rice. It's Declan Rice ne Zubimendi. It's not defenders no it's not attackers next. It's way a correct plan, very, very correct plan for my papa and Mikel Arteta so we push against any opening to witness your I'll be very, very surprised Numus will be Martin Odegaard for Eberechi Eze to play as number 10. Now we die
right. Now Ofri say no a bit to me aboa Eze because your players one of free clubs to be called other clubs then after say or performance no adepo because ebia or Crystal Palace no position or boy no ama ne ball so sana so what the club for maybe I could change any position now players ni from there no ntimi perform bio. And people are saying, say, Eze, you will be a SNK 10 JC and as a channel. If that's original position, I say, the position I guess or Jina Honomo to me a pair for me.
Yeah, but he said the 10 JC occupied, and I think that he needs to adapt or say or adapt because the certain place your majority things they are more adapted and then just couldn't be able as a number 2 right back and my back, but no a center forward. So you have to adapt to certain things. And I'm sure Eberechi Eze sometimes or go as a left winger and the Crystal Palace. So I'm sure say with me up with the
okay. Right. Now yenhwe Eze ne Jenny so kakra. Fisa wo hwe graphic here that's what me say. Nani agye pa yi say owo Arsenal. Na obeka say adentine bi ama Eze any agye ni Jenny say hwe ma Eze ye obi a ne ball age no na say what me say oye Arsenal in heart already. Ah che say ebra na usano na Arsenal and starting the ball no a free then so rejection in may be a cause you know ma okokodi Queen's Park Rangers emu no de ne mu a and so be PA Crystal Palace to see as in there ewo Arsenal se osako Arsenal bi no utim say ni gisem ema ezi pa se otimi akọ ne Boyhood Club no say bibi di say no in fact say wo Clinton and asa ade we to yes this is the team na say okra wo mu akoma wo mu ho na start obobo free then so no o mo an rate say bia obetima ba be star and it you reject oni ade ade wo ne nam wa ewi ase na afimo say wow say na bibi pa wo mu I saw ba be foul say ye wo a how will you feel?
But these young Europeans, young players are more equal team or joining a team at a younger age at their heart, or fighting at their heart, or more assumed team or more team. So film or because you say anything be a set to the best our back is open piano. Only so on finish business with the team to also have a back no finish at there. Not also so me and coming feeling good. And me feel said this is the right time to prove to them say na I was a after the rejection was a misaba na any man na me go present me with the team was a misaba back na me babe. So I'll feel very proud and I'll feel say the boy no so no me ko me homo day and into na me team na saba almost which is exactly the story now because okay the story now on Arteta from Arsenal, rejecting now to Queen's Park Rangers, also finding a way Okunya breakthrough now to Crystal Palace. I think the whole world then when teams are competing for a signature and Arsenal rejecting and was so definitely he needs to prove the point. He needs to prove to them the reason why I know what's not and then you can so another life into enter my chances to breach that, but the Eberechi Eze and then the second chance with Arsenal, and I'm really happy for him. I'm hoping he said
right. Clinton also Bempah or say or Bempah say or Beko no bono money at the Ama Arsenal team, and it's exactly what happened this evening. We share the walking or the bar park and so on. What you say? Any geo no more because any geo bana kumemu. They were walking onto the field and onto the pitch. Now or stop a cry no turning any share fans a good stadium or now or smiling or shout say or clapping to them now what me say what drew baby what me say and an akoma and then we all hope to say the best that is in him not Abiana untimi engine do a Crystal Palace this is the time for him to unleash it say be a true that no so a bit me aboa Arsenal say na Clinton Okano since Arsenal ntimi anye Premier League this season dia Obama ya pam Mikel Arteta it be a Mikel as well say say easy ever kind of one easy bit me aboa no amaneti me aje Premier League this time around Mr. Clinton also Bempah bebre no ekọ yanim na na ya ba be sorry na ansan be sorry no ma me ma break akra bi na me mfa musaw na etifo na hwefo so no eja ye football ye duane ya ye die na ye nsu ya ye no no enye yenko bebre so ho a mo te say ya yeti amano ne ha efie so sports no ya na ye pese ye hunu ni a ekoso free say udi enya odi ano no enti Ghana say no Premier League e so na te say ahyase ana enhyase date be na ebe hyase say enhyase a na Ghana sports angasa so no e de na eko any updates ana esisan bi aba na Mr. Mati for na hwefo e ho
boss yema etipa kwa baby na fabra Ghana Premier League updates see NCB na Premier League starts and there's a whole lot of competitions in our course. A whole lot of competitions in our course, and so it's me Ghana because since no signings and almost signings normally a pre-season, so be able to course on the 12th of September and Ghana Premier League going to back. So the likes of Parts of Kotoko, Summer Test Nations, so Munina, pre-season and Gaka football, Echo, they are back almost waiting to organize a Gaka top 4. So, May 4 teams are last season, almost 18 almost sports top 4, Ghana Premier League in the Mona, almost the Gaka top 4. And see, look at Sima, a friend of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, movie, baby, and go stars in the Ghana Premier League. We have a grand women and Pandu Heart of Lions. And so it's count 24 teams on mobile Gaka top 4. Initially, now I was in Kombo Kumasi Babayara Sports Stadium, but Babayara Sports Stadium ain't yet fit to host any game right now because pitch, I say,
again.
Yes, pitch, I say, before NCC also, and calf at the guidelines are by him also for year, stadium was, and many by it. Is a pitch, and because I say, or moving out good condition at the amount and the other matters. On which me attend to on time mobility and so almost as 50 games so if you come say the Accra Sports Stadium. Then quickly the National Sports Authority, which is the NSC, Ghana company for say we still more Accra Sports Stadium because next month there was a World Cup qualifiers and more expected Black Stars of Ghana. There were more World Cup qualifiers in Accra Sports Stadium. So more preserve the pitch, any stadium in the Black Stars of Ghana to company, Emma giving them so some of they call the University of Ghana, click on the newly built stadium, or who is the African Games, and one also the components, one or more as a combo. So far, 4 games, and I'm about Kumasi Asante got 2 games on my body here, baby, goes ascending, Pandu Heart of Lions, which means here. Goal Stars share Kotoko by 2 goals to 0, 2 goals to 1, and almost losing it here. Part of Lions by 1 goal to 0. Hearts of Folk on the other hand, a winning of first game, it here Heart of Lions by 1 goal to 0, and their second game, almost it's me and it's my friend the Bien Goal Stars. The Bien Goal Stars, they can see 2 goals to 0. Hearts about Petite Kaimani to back a car or more somebody a government this. Cut off furniture, some more draw, some more penalties because I have 2 points. And on what they see also more penalties now in that winner and no echo penalties now. It's not going to be any goals that's in here. It's a hard to we say we are waiting for the last round of games because on Sunday and Kumasi Asante Kotoko will be playing against a Heart of Folk. It's a big clash on every time pass on Sunday Kotoko. And they have to focus, but then maybe any goal starts to play against the GNBK Heart of Lions. Can't wait to go out for now. Kumasi Asante Kotoko, maybe any goal starts never prepare our represent Ghana or a free continental tournament. So maybe any goal starts as the Ghana Premier League winners, ever competing in the CAF Champions League. Then Kumasi Asante Kotoko will be playing in the CAF Confederation Cup. For more editor on Abba and Tima, your friend on the BN Gold Stars, ever call Morocco, no more about Mukimon. Kumasi Asante Kotoko open to Munyae, and so from Nigeria, which is Kara United or Monakotoko, a bidi kind of Mabokotoko, and CC Aminoka say, said the Minika can say, Babay Aras Sports Stadium, Ekotoko, or more a home no. And yet likely say competing in an Abo game over. Definitely they will shift their game to Accra Sports Stadium. No matter game no so time Babaya Sports Stadium maybe ready for Kotoko, then they will come back and play at Kumasi Babaya Sports Stadium. We say the cup in Anji, maybe around two months. So, everybody are definitely they will be playing at Accra Sports Stadium and Sana. Maybe any good start sense situation, and so it's they will be playing at Accra Sports Stadium. You know, and then you may also signing the prayer up also. Accra had to focus on the FIFA, and so any Bempah. Because of former coach Heart Asian Fantasy Kenya and Farmer coach no right here the FIFA and the letter the prayer house folks so Muncha coach in the second Famano has seen the woman coach now FIFA and rap on what they let the game about what banning house folks say the free and run the queen so Muncha coach no Isika and Farmer now has it means signing player into register player in the FIFA 4 and so it's media by and next month, Black Stars will be playing their World Cup qualifying matches and so it's more and the Ghana Football Association air prepare basically also it's my custom. Then again, entire Ghana Football Association as a conference, more 33rd Congress, or more 33rd Congress, no more Congress national, a whole lot of issues and more we see here. They say they are budget Ghana Premier League, 2 million Ghana cedis, which is kind of 20 billion. And now, a whole lot of improvement because last season it was 5 billion, and as I say, it's may push it to 20 billion. There are football bodies, Airport Ghana Football Association. So before the start of the Ghana Premier League, team be having 1 million Ghana cedis. Let's say preparation now, starting the Ghana Premier League. And Sana will be winning with 20 billion old currency, and then at their and also it's no amount for both chief, Abbas. I chief and chase Abbas put in every and the mouth for some soldier in the woman to be called say Kate or Kriku administration about what judge to say Ghana Football Association presidents na a year 2 terms. Said the Ghana a democratic unity, say or by be better now so which now 2 terms pay into say Nana Kufado or no president in Ghana no who try 8 years in the year and I say first the much mini now Saba second term no we know 8 years here no wouldn't me in the be as president no Sabe Penaneti or Ghana Football Association was said 2 terms and I was the president yeah now the school members and the football body Apple Congress, say almost add another tape, it's not which is 4 years beam as a account. Nipa BGD said, Mr. Kato Krinkune say, were you eligible because he said, and pay found 3 times now, or not pay and be ineligible to contest again for Ghana Football Association, the president. The Mapa say, you found 3 times there. Then Omokoji Tum say, Ebeboa ama Mr. Ketokri could be eligible to compete again for the 3rd term. And Ghana folk say Metusala Mpugu and a whole lot of great personalities on Meji power. I can tell you so Omoji power channel so no person Pia Babisumbino. Omo create our in the Joseph Seblatano president and the football you wouldn't a whole lot of people in the bound forces or not. Episode Ghana Football Association, edit kind, or the edit time in the asset they are then, a day will come out with our apple. And also, now one thing and size surprise, they say, Omokotoaba, Nabaton Omokoto, Omode, ne about 12 years, son of Mokakoto. In the instant, say, the Mokakoto about 20 years, son, say, imagine, maybe be example, say, because I'm not mechanism. The full story about one and 3 terms. And only something it was about the football laws. The and any 3 terms in the boom. I don't know about no one pay. But I watch the general election now. MP president DC I can't even have Mr. Cotton one and you say open president now MP there was still our Cotton one into what my president what my DC
how
and this won't be DC it is won't be DC cry one now actually get what my DC Yes, it all got 3 go one. And the one thing so they say, Omo mkoto abano se no munim. Ese sa no muye no. To mto abanu ye no ne ka kire omo se se ni atom. Nti eno ano ni ababi atuye. To mo hu ne se GF ni chiti wo mo. So eno so raise a whole lot of tension over the weekend. And the week we mo aye dey aye dey nyama discussion it in the course, but said the Ghana City and ya can be ever for me. They say the Ghana Football Association presidency, they're running on for 3 terms. Boss.
Wow. And yet, the way I could be one saying a presidential, and I've seen any also be 3 times.
Yes, I know for
Hey, oh my Ghana. Hey, Asimo. At least, yes, they are supporting the clubs in the next man. Good, say, Omutimi support the clubs, other matters so on my Omuncho when you say, also very, very important. Now, GFA, the only banner there, Omunya careful because said they all kind of Keko Kregu, as I didn't know, or ya very as I Nifie, I could be say, almost so be free. So, if I said, hard, because in that sense, that means a blaster, no, and yeah, they be improvement to be a free. We say now, can a Man City goalkeeper, I mean, the people on my drew baby at the old moon and asa. When the day I should do maybe, Tinesa will step down. Now, people with a new vision, so yeah, they to me back, no to me ever born and never anymore. But here we go, say, Nipa drew baby at one tea, as I say. I did one man, I move, I can say, but it was a meme, like, yempesu bisu yede ebeba no so de nim dia ba beboa which is say maybe a basayana a hard. So here we go. This is a country that we come from. This is a country that we know. And you very day. Mr. Bempah, it's dear to read ye the agrono ebeba a year. And edikano meda wase na sebe or more or time will be out the back the boy piano. Nyame enhyira na ansa medro curtains no meja asa ma obi ebi awadofo bi a so no obe da wo mase na se obe chia wo and abe mom good night ansa na bi a yapon enti uwi a afin then I'll pull the curtains down.
Oh boss, yenda obi ase yenda obi o join the issue ni bi ase season na strategies and minimum be pre na you bit me the update and yakopon ya aduma next week there will be a tournament summer boy which is western region
Right.
and abia it's now cover the updates now so it's number now it's with the community and do be as or more into a journey yakopon and kenya wana and quatent saying any one day woman it's president be each and every day be you will number show you so they one so average.
But that's a brave. I was your for waiting and penny for the car committee Cocoanum. Clinton also Bempah and sports journalist, our sports journalist in Ghana and Motain in Kano. And to Clinton, where the may have a brave, major na also what you are home kakra. It's in Yabekasa behind closed doors. And I was here. Mema, a good night. Thank you so much and God bless you. Adofo eti aha ena yede ene enyumre program no ebesi GNBK Media yasan ahyase bio sports season no afina ahyase and it said the current kind no updates all around the world yetenasia Mr. Boama South Africa ono so na okwa pro na de go around the world nya no so e de back comment section ho eti no ohwa na o sa comment section ho obinya all the current updates ebenyina Clinton on so no or the efie around the world on so yetrasia on ebeche no ni be di nkomo be chire nsemu e chire yen etino abusua yeda mo ase bebre sa bebre yetrasia mo so motumi ba na mo beboa na dwumedi etimi koso nyame nhira mo aha ena mo somfo DJ Nice mede mo bisi nyame ya adomo a yebesa atenasi bio e wo sports na update bi e wo bia no yede abremo yede mase nyame nhira mo yema obia a very good night and bye bye.